My name's Graham Parker, the Hoof GP, and in this video we're going to take this foot and show you how to fix a cow with one simple trim, even when her foot is as bad as this. You're watching the Hoof GP. If you've made it even this far, please think about subscribing and join our incredible community, which we call the Herd. Cows' feet that look like this are incredibly painful because of the huge inflammation, which is partially out of sight. I say partially out of sight because this hoof looks to be in fairly good condition, but on closer inspection you can see a huge amount of swelling here in the heel bulb area, and actually, if I'm very gentle, I can show you that our heel is starting to peel away. Trims like this one are exceptionally difficult. You need to be very, very, very careful because I can already tell, having looked at over 250,000 cows' feet, that it's only partially detached, and understanding where that detachment begins and ends, or more where it ends, can be really problematic. But just like with every other hoof, we start in this same way by attempting to make sure that the weight bearing across both feet, i.e. the entire surface of our hooves, is completely balanced. When we first pick up the grinder, we are looking and analysing the foot to decide what needs to be removed, and more importantly, what we want to remain intact once we've finished. After levelling up the inside claw just a very small amount to retain the balance there, we set about reducing the entire surface of the outer or lateral claw. I'm taking my time though because I truly don't understand what is currently out of sight. Now that that is all rebalanced, we need to model out this area. Clearly there is a problem coming to light, but actually, in fact there is a fair problem coming to light, but that is not what we want to deal with right now. We're just trying to go through the steps of a routine trim, and those steps are making sure that the correct length, the correct height, so balanced, and then modelling out. And then step 4 of the Dutch method is dealing with any of the problems, i.e. right now. I say that, but I haven't finished modelling out, have I? I just need to take a little bit from the inside. This actually just helps with the slurry dispersing up in between the claws to try to keep this interdigital space as clean and tidy as we possibly can. Now we can do step 4, which is dealing with the problems. So really, it sounds silly. We don't want to cut away that hole. We want to remove the problem, i.e. the overburdening of that part of her foot. It's just incidental and coincidental. Coincidental. It just so happens that in removing what is causing the problem, we also remove that hole in the process. Remember, the hole is not the problem. The hole is the symptom of the problem. The problem is there's too much weight on that area, and that is what we're trying to fix. But again, I truly don't know what is under here. I showed you earlier that clearly the hoof horn at the heel is detached. So I know that that part is detached, but I don't know how far it extends down here. And you see, we get asked all the time why we don't clean the feet, but it just goes to show I did actually spend, sorry, those calves are being fed over there by the way. I did go to the extent of cleaning this foot, but where the problem is, there is still dirt because we cannot reach that far into the foot. The moment of truth. Can we be delicate enough not to create a bigger problem? Oh, look at that. You can actually see how much their sole is detached. Look, it's moving at a different speed to this part here. Just gonna put my knife in behind that and attempt to separate these layers without cutting into the ones that we can't see. I'll be honest, I do not expect this trim to go totally perfectly. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it does, but I still expect some of the red stuff. So my eyes are darting all around this foot as I'm trimming it, and right now I'm currently looking at this translucent hoof horn because we can see that this is not attached because it's slightly darker, meaning There's dirt and debris in behind there. Which means that needs to come away. Oh, it slips through so easily. It's difficult for me to speak when I'm holding my breath. Right, we're going to widen this out just that little bit. Again, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but that horn is showing me that this is still detached behind there. Gently, gently. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey.
Softly, softly, Batman.
Softly, softly.
Softly, softly, catch a monkey.
Softly, softly, catchy monkey.
It's definitely softly, softly.
Is it?
Catch a monkey. Yeah.
What's it from though?
A play. I remember being in a play using that phrase, but
Why were you in a play, Craig?
because I used to do drama when I was in college.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little fact that nobody knew.
That's
What
how-
else did you do when you were younger?
Well, I met your sister when I was in college.
Good things. What other good things did you do?
Best thing. That's the best thing.
Right, I'm just going to use the back of my knife to press that corium out of the way, and then use the front of my knife to ease these layers of hoof horn away. And again, oh, this is the bit, this is the bit, this is the bit. Use my fingers to pry it up, and then again get that knife in there and under here. Oh, it's juicy in there, isn't it? All that muck. Okay, there's still detached hoof horn up here, which needs to be removed. Right, just put a block on there, like that, and see how we're looking. So that is the mother of all ulcers. Ouch. It perfectly illustrates exactly what an ulcer is. Basically a big blister. Come out really well though. I know I keep telling you about things, by the way, but the book is for sale. It's in stock. It's on the website right now at thehoofgp.com, and so are these fantastic jackets that we've just got back in. No, well, the green and black ones are back in stock. The grey and black ones, which are easily my favourite and probably what I'm going to be wearing all the time, are also now in stock. So if you'd like one of them, they're genuinely brilliant. They're windproof, waterproof, they're Craig-proof.
Craig-proof.
Well, I'm not sure if they're totally Craig-proof, but they're partially Craig-proof.
You'll need to get me one of the grey ones to see.
Craig gets loads of free merch from me, right? To wear on the channel to promote it. And then what do you do with most of it?
I store it away for a rainy day.
He keeps it for good.
Yeah.
Fair
You've got
enough.
loads of stuff that's in mint condition.
It's fair enough. This will heal up absolutely beautifully. When an ulcer trims out as beautifully and perfectly as that, without any loose and detached hoof horn left and little sign of infection, you know that with the aid of that bandage and that block, she's pretty much cured with this one simple trim. These are the good ones. I know clearly she is not walking on it well, but she is putting weight through that block, and that is key. And I know I say this many times as well, but over the next few days she'll understand that block is taking all of the weight and therefore most of the pain away from that sore ulcer site. We'll be back at this farm in 4 weeks' time to revisit that cow, to see how the ulcer is and to show you guys that you can heal a cow with one quick trim. Thanks for watching, folks. Catch you later.